begin with, we're going to jack up the car. So to begin with, we're going to untake this wiring loop. And there we go. We're going to work on removing this plate. So you want to pull it sort of forward whilst pushing those little clips back on the back side, and they have a little section what needs to depress on them, which I'll show you when we get it out. So you want to push on the back side whilst pushing this down so that it can come out of these little holes. It's literally just one clip holding it in now, which is just there, which I just got out with pulling it off. Currently there's nothing to clip the new plate and the fog lights in, so I've got these little clips what you use to secure them. They're pretty cheap, to be honest. I think I bought a pack of 50 for like £2 or something. So they just slide in here like that, and that's where the screw will position. And there's another one over here. Our two fixing spots, we're ready to install the fog lights. To secure the fog lights, we're using Pro Drive flange self-tapping screws. Usually I try and get the black ones, which are Torx, but these will do for now. I got them from Screwfix, a pack of 100 for £3, so they're not bad. So we're going to begin by trying to screw them in. You want to lift it up and get the screw in from the back. We're trying to tighten this screw here, and also got screwing up there into that spot, which is rather difficult, to be honest, in that space you've got. Right now, what would be very useful to help tighten this up would be an electric ratchet. So literally I'm getting like barely any turns on it. Off so I can get the arch liner out a bit more, maybe ram the impact up there, make it much easier to tighten it, to be honest with you. You can see if you're going through the arch liner, you can even see straight away where the screw is. There we go, we're lovely and tight. You can see the screws poking through there and there, and yeah, it moves slightly but it's all good. So yeah, whack the arch liner screw back in, and then we'll put the fascia on. Just the wiring to do inside the car. Now just to click on the little fascia. The easy part is done now. Now time for the wiring. Just took a quick trip to Vauxhall and picked up this relay for the front fog light, and there's the part number, and also a 15 amp fuse as well will be missing, so you'll need both of them. We'll go and put them in the front fuse box. There we go. So you want to put the 15 amp fuse in this section there, and the relay just in here. There we go. All in. And that hopefully is everything done under the bonnet. Since my Corsa D came with the basic wiring, we're going to have to add another wire for the front fog lights. So we better remove this trim and allow me to get the connector behind. So you want to remove this cover and take out the T20 screw from there, which I've already removed. Remove this cover as well and take out the T20 from here. A firm pull from the bottom with those screws, it releases off, and then you want to just remove the wiring harness. Once again, I'm preparing the wiring. So there's the pin what's going to insert into the switch connector, and we'll attach another one to the end of that and then tape it up. And then I've got some loom tape as well to stop it all chafing, so I need to solder this. You want to remove this little cable tie, and then it should slide down that way. This little bit will come out, which is what you want to get at, because that has all the pins going into the block connector, and it's pin 8. So if you look here, so it's this pin here, so it goes 1 to 6, 7, 8. So as you can see, that one's missing, and that runs to the BCM on there, so we'll have to take the glove box out as well. They can be quite difficult to get out sometimes, like that. So I pulled fairly hard there, to be honest with you. So now, you want to line it up like that, and we know that this pin here is pin 8, that one there. So if we look at this, you can see that it's missing, so we want to insert into that pin there. You can even see that it's labelled 7 there anyway, so we just want to insert into that. So you want to go from the top, and you'll see that it has like a sort of little outcrop in there. You want to slide into that, like this, and then push down till it clicks in place. So with your new wire added, we're just going to insert it into the harness and wrap it up into the tape, and then we can route it across to the other side of the car to the BCU. Neat wiring, it takes a long time, but I've put that in and I need to carry it on up there, but I've got it past the soldering joint anyway, which is there, but it's nice and neat now and it can't chafe on anything. So you want to put the plug back on, and then we can reconnect everything over here, because that's all finished with now. We just need to run the wire across, which I shall do my own way. I'm not really suggesting on how to do this because there's many ways of getting it, but just make sure it's away from the steering components being one, and also the pedals. These are held up high and away from the pedals. May not look like it now, but this pulls right up, so it's nowhere near them. However, you want to run it up there. The glove box needs to come out, and this is a bit of a running joke on my YouTube channel that the glove box basically spends more time on the floor. However, there's a screw here, here, and inside at the top there, so we're going to remove that now, and then we can get the BCU, which is here. So the connector is this grey one, not the green one what's at the top, but the grey one what's located on the back side of this. And once again, we want to remove the cable tie and slide it out. I've just noticed I've made a bit of a mess job in the past. Don't know what the hell I was thinking, but that needs taping and wrapping with some cloth tape because that's a mess. But anyway, so it's pin 30 which you want to run the pin to, which is on this labelled inside, luckily enough, but not on the outside, which doesn't matter because you don't look at that. So we'll pull the cable tie off and then I'll mark it out. But to work this out, it's pretty simple. There's a 1 there and a 15 on the other side of the connector, and it jumps back to this side, so it'd be 15 and then jump over here to 16, but because it's 30, obviously it's double, so it's this pin here which you want to insert the wire into, because that's the 30 pin. And yeah, so I need to drag the wire across and insert it into here and tidy it all up and make the harness safe. Insert it into pin 30, there we go. And there's the wire running from the other side, and I've just soldered it on. I've taped it and also cloth taped it, so it's double taped. And I'm going to tape this to the harness and tidy up all this. I'll do that all off the camera. We'll just slide the connector back on. Make sure the wires stay in. There we go. And cable tie that, but that's all ready now. Just tidy it up. Then we need to program it, and hopefully it'll all work. So fingers crossed. Try and do things properly. I'm upside down with the loom tape, taping everything up, making sure it's all lovely and neat so that we can get the job done. So I've just got the fuse box above me. We're just going to the back to sort everything out, make sure all the wires are lovely and neat and all that. So there we go, the wiring's run down with the loom tape and down there, and the wires go off that way. I follow the loom, well, they're previous wires, but follow the loom off. So yeah, nice, neat and tidy job. I might just pin that up there with a cable tie next to the loom or something like that. But yeah, it's looking sweet. Oh, it's time for the Voxcom or Opcom. So we want to plug it into the OBD2 port. There we go. So we want to click 2008, Corsa D, then body, and then body control module. And that's just going to connect, which will take a few seconds. Bearing in mind whilst that loads, you need the key on in the ignition position. Then you want to go down to programming, and you're displayed with this, program variant configuration. When you're in the variant configuration, you want to enter your security code. This will then load up the programming for the variant configuration. And you want to go across to front fog lamps, and you want to select present and then click program. I've already done it, so therefore it's showing as present already. That's fine. And you can also see the rain sensor where we previously programmed that as well. So then click program, and that's literally you done. You may need to run a wire, I've heard, from the front fuse box to the BCM fuse box. I haven't had to do it. However, I've heard you sometimes have to.